Good morning, ninth grade. How are you doing on Friday morning? Or are you looking forward to the weekend? I don't know what you're going to do. Sit at home? Well, maybe you have something planned, but something at home. I hope not away from home. Yeah, I um, I am ready for 9.14, and yeah, I remember this from last year, and I remember this formula. It's not it's not a real difficult one. You just kind of need to put the numbers in the quadratic equation formula correctly. Now, if I wouldn't have the book to look at, I couldn't write out the formula on the board for you. So, yeah, I'll need to carry the book with me in life. So, but you get it down, okay? Don't be like me, okay? You get it down. So here we go. You read the expression on the bottom of 262. You will find the property of the quadratic formula, x equals, okay? And what we're doing here, we're using the 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 example to figure out the value of x. We're putting our equation into the example. So I copy them up here on the board. X equals b, negative b, squared, negative positive, which is squared, b squared, minus 4ac with 2a on the bottom. 2 times a on the bottom. So you say, oh my, what's that mean? So to kind of help you get a little feel of what we're doing here, you can, I want you, okay, I'm not, you can, I want you to read the examples and to look at, follow the examples. Don't go by just my teaching or you won't get a good grasp of it. So here's number one problem. It's 3x plus 2x negative 1 equals 0. Here's your terms. The first term is a, the second one is b, and the last one is c. That's not hard. A, B, C. They did put them in order, so thankfully they didn't mix up that part. So now, just drop your variables, your exponents, just drop them off. Don't worry about them. And substitute these numbers for each letter. So for A is B. So I did that right here. I put, this is the same formula again as up here. I put it down here and I substitute the letters. So for A, which was 2A, I put the 3. And then you use the second term a lot. You got to make him a negative up here in front. You always 2 negative. Regardless of the term, you'll make it negative. And here it's squared. The second term, the B's term is squared. Okay, then move on back here. You always have negative 4. That's a number that you always put there. Just like you put the 2 down here in the bottom, just like you have to go 2 times your A answer, you always have to go 4 times your 3's answer, or no, your A's answer and your C's answer. If you look up here, 4, negative 4, AC, so that's your first term and your last term are all multiplied together times negative 4. First and last term and negative 4 are multiplied together. That's the same as 2 is multiplied by the time your first term, A term. So I just worked it out. I'll work this step by step, and then I'm going to do another problem. If you have a preference, you tell me which problem I'll do. I haven't written it on the board this time, so I'm just working out this first one, and we'll go from there. So I multiplied 2 times 3. That's the bottom of the fraction. That's pretty easy. 2 times 3 is 6. And now basically you can let this term go till you get to the end of the problem. The next step in the work is to solve this top line. I've got negative 2, 4, negative 4, and 3, and negative 1. Oh, you know how I got that 4? I squared this term here. Okay, so 2 times 2 is 4. There we go. And then I just copied the rest of them on down. So the next job, I squared this term and I multiplied this term together. So I put the 6 and 4. Now, and you could just keep writing this problem on down if you want to. You will need to write some things down, okay, or you will get mixed up. You can kind of work your own problem, your own system that you want worked. I worked it this way. I took now I solved this inside this box. All this is squared, so I solved it. So I had 4, wait a minute here, let me back up. I had 4 times, no, how to do it? No, here I still got the 4, I left the 4. I went 4 times 3 is 12, times 1 is 12. And then I had 2 negatives and 1 positive, and so I knew that that would make me a positive. But if you want to go 4 times 3 is negative 12, and negative 1 times negative 12 makes you a positive 12. Okay, so the only thing I did is combine this here, these 3 numbers, 4, 3, and see, I combined those with 12, and then I had 4 here, and it was supposed to add. How did I know to add that? Does it say to add those? 4. That doesn't say to add those. I guess you're just, it's just understood that you add those. I never even noticed that. How did I get the 4? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. 2 squared is 4. There we go. That's right. 2 squared would be 4. So I simply had the 4, but that is a negative 4. How did I get? Still confused. I still got my negative 2. Oh, I got my negative 2 up here yet. Okay, so that's right. I have my 4 here, and then I have these here. So I came up with 16. And so now I brought down here, I took this here down, I got negative 2 and 16 squared and 6. I put my 6 down here, I didn't put my 6 over here. Now, if you see what I did, I got the square of 16, which is 4. Okay, now I got rid of the right-hand side. I still have a positive and negative 4, and I have negative 2 over 6. You see, I'm working this problem now, it's getting smaller. Now I have to work it 2 different ways. I have to negative 2 with a positive 4, and negative 2 with a negative 4, and that will give me my 2 different answers for x. You know, x always has, most of the time it has 2 different answers. You can substitute 2 different answers for it. So I have the 6 into right here. I put negative 2 and positive 4, which would make me 2 positive. And so that's 2 over 6. Reduces down to 1/3. X equals 1/3. Now I went negative 2 and negative 4, and combined those, that made me negative 6. Negative 6 and positive 6, that leaves me with 1. A positive and negative number divided makes a negative answer. So that leaves me, can you see that? Is it? Yeah, it's still on the screen, negative 1. So my answers for x, value of x for here, and x for here, is either 1/3 or negative 1. Is that difficult? Well, it may sound difficult, but it's really not. Let me just scoot over and I will do another one. Have you figured out which one you want me to do? It's your choice. Get a big wide board. You don't always have to write the formula if you don't want to. You can substitute them in right on the money. Now, I am going to say that I want you to make the line and then at least put some of the resemblance. This is a plus and negative, so I'll put those there. You can look at your example. Why don't we just try to do that? This bottom one is 2. I put that in there. Whoa, this marker is done. Put a 2 in the bottom. And I'll put a negative 4 back there. Okay? So those are parts of the formula that will just, you need to put those down to put your numbers into place. So are you ready? Which one do you want to do? You still haven't told me. I don't know which one to do either. Let me see here. Which, number 4, just drop right below 1 is number 4. So we'll do number 4. And my A term is going to go on the bottom. So tell me the A term for number 4. 10, thank you. So I got 10 right here. We could just about solve that one at the moment, but we won't. And now the next one is my B term is negative 13. I'm going to put him at numerous places. I know that I'm going to put him up here, so negative 13. Okay. Now, I will also put him inside the box. Now, let me see here. I have to subtract that. I was supposed to put a subtraction sign here, negative 13, and he is supposed to be a subtract. Now, I am going inside the box, and I have negative 13 squared. Is that right? This first term is b squared. If you look at your formula, it's b squared. Now I got to put a and c back here. So it's going to be a separate term of a and c. So A's answer for number 4 is 10. So I'll put 10 there. And the C's answer is negative 3. Negative 3. Now, did I copy everything right? That's a crucial point that you stop right here and say, did I put the correct numbers in the correct spot? So I will recheck. A is 10, yes. And I also can just check right away and I say A's should be right here. Put him there. A goes in 2 places. Now B goes in 2 places. Negative 13 goes up here, and negative 13 squared goes there. And then C's answer is way back here, and that's negative 3. Of course, you don't have to put equals 0. All right, now we're ready to start figuring it out. And we could do some of that work right here. Let's just, you can do some shortcuts, okay? It's no problem. So let's just do this, mark this out, and we got plenty of space. We can put 20. Okay, got that one figured. 13 squared, someone knows that answer. 13 times 13. 13 times 13. 3 threes is 9. 3, 9, 4, 7. 179. Okay, and you had a negative times a negative makes us a positive answer. Is that right? Are you agreed with me? Positive? 179? I think so. So I'm going to, let's do something wrong here, but we're going to put it 179. That okay? Now let's go here. 4 times 10 is 40, times 3 is 120. Here we had a negative, so it's going to be a positive. It's going to be a positive 120. And we had a positive answer here. Yeah, we should be able to add those together. 176 and 120. Whoa, 13 squared is not 179. Why didn't you catch me here? 3 threes are 9. 3, it should have been a 3. Why did I put 49? 39. And that makes 169. Okay, there we go. See, that's the reason I work these problems out ahead, so that I know the answer before you. 169. I don't know why I put 176 up there. 169. I even copied it up there wrong. Whew. This must be Friday. Now we're ready to solve, add 169 and 120 together, and that's going to be 289. Okay, I'd say it's about time we write over here. We got 289, whoops, 289 radicand, negative 13, and I still got my 20 on the bottom. So I got it simplified down. Okay, I got 13, negative, subtract You know what they did? Let me see here. Negative, two negatives makes me a positive. So I had two negatives, and so actually I can get rid of that. Negative is two negatives, so that's going to make me a positive 13. And 289, the square root of 289 is, I have no clue, but if you check it out, the book tells me that it is 17. 289 is 17, okay? So this equals 17. And so now I've got 17 plus negative, I had skipped that there if you didn't notice, and I've got 13, and I've got 20. Okay? I think we're getting this here narrowed down. Now I've got to go positive 13, and let's do positive 17. So that's going to make me 7, and 3 is 10. So that'll make me 30 over 20. And so I can cancel that out, 3 over 2. Or yeah, you can put 1.5. This is one of my answers. Right there. Now let's just use the same problem and let's make it negative 17. Negative 17 and positive 13. Uh-oh, I have to subtract those two numbers. And so what's that make me? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you count with your fingers, you can get it. That's negative 4 over 20, which will be reduced down to 1/5. Is that right? 1/5. This is a negative, this is a positive, so it makes me negative 1/5. The other x value is negative 1/5 and 3 over 2. Now, please don't write that down yet. Let me check that out. Negative 1/5, yes, that's correct. X equals 3 over 2, right on. That's the correct answer for number 4. Can't see it, my head's in the way. All right, are you set to go? You want to do another one? Oh, well, since I'm feeling good and you're feeling good, let's do another one. How long is this video getting to be? It's 17 seconds already. Would you rather watch the video longer? If you're tired of watching it and you know how to do it, you can just skip this here problem. I am going to do one more, and I'm going to choose this one. Okay. We're going to start back over again, and I think I am going to do, let me see here. I want to get a simple one. Number 6 looks to be like a pretty easy one. And it is 2x. So I'm going to just quickly put this all into the diagram as I go. This is going to be negative 4, and this is going to be 2 times the A's answer, which on number 6 is going to be 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2. I also know that in the A, I put the 2 back here. I guess that's a positive, yes it is. And then I know that I put the C's answer back here, so I'm going to put 2 back here again. So I got 2, 4, 2, 2. And so this first one is going to be, up here I should have 9, negative 9. And the next one is squared, 9 squared. So I should put negative 9 squared. There we go. And these two are added together. Okay, so we're going to start here. Let me change colors. Right here, 2 times 2 is 4. 9 nines is 81. So let's get that 81. It's going to be a positive. I'm going to do here 2 times 4 is 8 negative. 2 fours is 8 negative, and 2 8s are 16. I'm still 16 negative. Did I do that one all right? Are you with me on that? Did I make any mistakes now? Did I mess up somewhere? Okay. Now, let me check the book to see if the book likes my things or not. 2 2s is 4. 2 4s is 18, negative 9, 18. Everything is right on target. Okay? The next thing is I shall combine these two, 81 and 16. Uh-oh, I have to negative numbers, so I shall subtract 16 from 81. 6 from 11 is 5, and this is 7, 1 from 7 is 65. Okay, so now I've got negative 9, radicand, plus negative 65. Woo! 64, if it had come out of 64, that would have been 8, positive negative 8, but it doesn't. So that means there's no getting the square. We're going to let this one under the radicand sign, and that means that we can't go with the radicand sign. We can't add 9 to it, so we're going to let it like that, and so that puts 4 on the bottom. Whoa. What do you think now? Can you divide 4 into negative 9, positive negative squared 65? No. I don't know how. Well, x equals right there. There, x just has one answer. Whoa, you didn't know that. The book didn't tell you that, did it? Whoa. Well, sometimes you got to be in for surprises in life. You never know what the next day holds. You got to be flexible, and you got to ride with the flow. That's what we're doing with the coronavirus now. Anyhow, here we go. I don't know what Trump said yesterday. Trump was supposed to make a statement yesterday about turning us loose and how he's going to get the ball rolling again. You check that out for me and give me that news. I don't keep up with the news, because if you read the news, you get discouraged. Or if you read the news, you either say it's hopeless, and that's not true. So that's your answer. There's only one answer. I shall check with the book. Hang on. X equals, I thought it was. I knew this was a little bit different, and yes, that is correct. You enjoy the day. See you.